Welcome back, students. So our next topic is graphical representation of motion. So already in the last video we saw straight line motions. I told you in the beginning of this chapter motion itself, we are dealing with straight line motion or rectilinear motion. So here we will represent that motion in a graph. So for graph, two axes will be there, x axis and y axis. So distance will be represented along y axis and time will be represented along x axis. I will just show a pattern of the graph. So this one is a graph. Here 4 quadrants are there. We will consider only this portion. We will consider only this portion. So this one is a y axis and this one is a x axis. Now for our representation, we will draw the axis like this. This one is a x axis, this one is a y axis and this one is a origin. Origin is represented by the letter O. Now along time axis, we will represent time. We will represent time and its SI unit we will write in bracket. We will represent the time and its SI unit, or according to the question we will write the unit. If time is given in minutes, we can write it minute. If it is given in hours, then we will write the hour. Then along y axis we will represent distance or velocity. If you are representing distance, then its SI unit meter. If you are representing velocity, its SI unit meter per second. Okay. So two axes is there, x axis and y axis. Along x axis we will represent time and its SI unit is written in brackets. Along y axis we will represent either distance or velocity. That's according to which type of graph we need to draw. So first we need to draw distance time graph. First we need to draw distance time graph. So when you write distance time graph, distance put a hyphen and write time. Okay. Distance put a hyphen and write time. So to represent distance time graph, first we will draw the axis of the graph x, y, origin. Time is represented along x axis, that is in seconds or minutes or hours according to the question. Normally we will represent the SI unit. Then along y axis we will represent distance and its SI unit. Now according to the question we can plot the graph. Okay. So first one is distance time graph. That's a first thing, that is object is at rest. We need to draw the distance time graph when the object is at rest. So this is the shape of the graph that I will draw you. This is the shape of the graph. You can see this line AB. This line AB represents the graph. That line AB is a straight line parallel to the time axis. That line AB is a graph and that line is parallel to the time axis. Now I will draw the graph here. Phase 1, object at rest. We need to draw the distance time graph when the object is at rest. So first we will mark the x axis, y axis, origin, time, its SI unit, distance, its SI unit. When you draw the graph, you will get a line like this. So this line represents the graph. Now this line and this line are parallel. So when the object is at rest, you will get a graph, and that is parallel to the time axis. Parallel to the time axis. Then second one is there, that is second distance time graph. Object is moving with uniform speed. Object is moving with uniform speed. Now we will draw the graph like this. This one is the x-axis, this one is the y-axis. Origin, time is represented along x-axis, distance is represented along y-axis. Now when you plot a graph, you will get the graph like this. You will get a graph like this. This graph is also a straight line. From this graph, we can find the speed of the object. We can find the speed of the moving object from this graph. Actually, we need to take the slope of this graph. Slope of this graph will be equal to the speed of the moving object. Now, I will tell you how to take slope from this graph. I will again draw the same graph here. This is the graph. Now you need to consider 2 points on the graph. This one, this point and this point. You need to consider 2 points on the graph. Now you have to join it to the x-axis and also to the y-axis. Join it to the x-axis and join it to the y-axis. So this point you will take it as x1, this point you will take it as x2, this point you will take it as y1, this point you will take it as y2. Okay. So first I draw the graph, then I consider 2 points, 1 point here and 1 point here. Now I mark or join these points to the x-axis, or I mark the x coordinate of that points. So this one x1, this one x2. Now I mark the y coordinates of this point, that is y1 and y2. Now to find the slope of the graph, the equation is slope of the graph equation is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now you check y2 minus y1. Which physical quantity is represented along y-axis? Distance. Along y-axis we will represent distance. So y2 minus y1 means this much. That is equal to distance. That is equal to distance. Then x2 minus x1 means this much. That is x2 minus x1. That is time. So time. Now what is distance by time? You know the equation, speed equal to distance by time. Speed equal to distance by time. So if you calculate the slope of distance time graph, actually you will get the speed of the moving object. If you find the slope of this graph, distance time graph, you will get the speed of the moving object. Okay. So, next one more distance time graph is there for you to study. That is the third one. Object is moving with non-uniform speed. Object is moving with non-uniform speed. Means the speed is not the speed is not constant. Okay, it's not constant. So when you plot the graph, x-axis time, y-axis distance in meters, this one is the origin, you will get the shape of the graph like this. You will get the shape of the graph like this. That's about distance time graph. So, three cases are there. First one, when the object is at rest, the graph will be a straight line, it's parallel to time axis. Second one, when it is moving with uniform speed, the graph is a straight line. From that graph, we can find the speed by taking the slope of that graph. The equation to find the slope of the graph is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Then third one, with non-uniform speed, means the speed is not constant. You will get the shape of the graph like this, a curved line or a zigzag line you will get. Okay. Thank you.